Are you making mistakes in your healing journey and it's leaving you stuck and you're finding yourself feeling like, why can't I just get over this? I've been working on it and it's still here. One of the questions I get asked often is, why can't I get over it? I've been working on these issues for years and years. It's still here. How do I let it go? And it's so true. You confront the problems in your life, you do the work, and yet they still seem to show up. So what do you do when you're doing everything right and it still isn't working? This is so important to me because this is a journey that I've been on my whole life, feeling like I'm doing everything right. Why is it not working? Why hasn't that dam broken free yet where everything's just going to move forward? So the first thing that I want you to understand is that the healing journey is not a straight line. We don't just go down the road and check off the different destinations, the different sign points. Healing is actually a spiral. And what happens is it takes us around, and every time that we feel like we're coming up against the same thing over and over again, we're not actually in the same place that we were the first, second, or even third time that we tried to work through that particular issue. So imagine you have your spiral, and we'll just use anger for an example. That's one that I've had to work through a lot. And I didn't even know it was there. So that was the first part, is even learning that it was there. So I've got my spiral, I'm going around and I come across anger. So I do all the work to deal with anger. I'm doing everything right. I'm doing what everybody's telling me. And now I move past the anger and I'm going in my spiral. I'm doing my other stuff. I come back. I'm at a higher point now, but I'm still dealing with anger. So sometimes it feels like, why is this anger still coming up? Why is it still present when I already worked on it? Well, again, we're going up in this spiral. I'm up. I'm at a different place than I was before. You are at a different place than you were the first time you worked on something. You've learned more since then. You've grown more. You have new resiliency that you have built since that first time you worked on it. So number one, understand that when you are coming against an issue or a challenge that you feel like you've been working on, you're actually a different person working on that challenge. So every time you get to do that, it's going to bring you to a deeper understanding of yourself and a deeper resiliency that's going to be building inside of your body. So number one, let yourself off the hook for that. Number two, I want to tell you about how trauma is stored in our body. It's not just a thought that we have, this challenge, this problem that's coming up. It's not just an idea in our head, but trauma is actually stored in the 5 senses. So anytime we're working on a challenge, anger, sadness, grief, depression, whatever it is, it's going to be held in our subconscious in a couple of different ways. Number one, what does it look like? When someone is angry with me, or when I'm angry, I have an angry face. Someone can see my face coming at them, or I can see that angry face coming at me. So number one, what does it look like? Next, what does it sound like? What did you hear in that moment when someone was being a certain way towards you, or you were behaving in a certain way? What was going on in the background? What were the words that were being said? Next, was there any taste? And taste seems like, oh, I didn't taste anything, it's just the air. But what were you eating that day? I actually gave myself an allergy to chicken because I was dealing with something so traumatic on a day that I was eating chicken, and my body actually thought that I had an intolerance or an allergy to it. So it's really helpful to ask yourself, was there any taste involved in that situation, in that challenge, that moment? Next, what did it feel like? What did it feel like in your body when this thing was happening, this original trauma event? What did it feel like in your body? Were you feeling scared? Were you feeling angry? Were you feeling hurt or betrayed? Identify what that is and what it felt like in your body. So we've got sight, sounds, taste, feelings, touch. What was that touch like in that moment? Were you touching something? Were you needing touch? Was there something that you could feel? It might just even be the wind, like a gentle breeze blowing on you. So all of these are really cool to know, because when you're working on this belief, this challenge, this thing, if you can pick apart those 5 senses and focus on some healing for each one of those things that you are experiencing, it will actually help your healing go deeper than just thinking about it or talking about it. then the last thing that you want to do, now that you have been working through something, you've looked at how it's been stored in your five senses and you've cleaned it out, the most important piece now moving forward is, what do you want to fill that void? So just like that cup that was holding something you didn't want and you dumped it out, now there's a place that's waiting to be filled with something new. What do you want to replace it with? Most people will forget this piece and then just leave this empty void to be filled with something else that's going to be negative. But you get to decide right now. And the most important thing that you want to fill that place is a new belief. So if you are healing through anger, the belief system might be, I am happy. Or why is it so easy for me to be happy? If you are dealing with grief and you're feeling like you lost a loved one, why is it so easy for me to love? Or why is it so easy for me to find love? Start creating a new belief to take the place of that other thing that you cleared out. So I'm going to share with you a personal example that was happening in my life, and it's this thing called anger. And anger is one of those things in our society that we're not supposed to feel, and if we do, we're supposed to do it in private, so it's a very hush-hush thing. So number one, we're kind of not allowed to have it. So for me, letting myself feel the anger at the different people in my life who should have behaved differently, who should have shown up differently for me, who should have been nicer or more considerate, whatever it was. I dealt with that anger. I thought I healed it, and it came back. And it came back, it felt like, with a vengeance, to the point where I was around a particular person and they were making me angry almost immediately. And so I would take that time for myself. I would let myself move past the anger. And then sure enough, they would make me angry again. And I found myself going to the bathroom, looking in the mirror, going, what is wrong with me? Why haven't I moved on from this? Why is it not getting better? And that's when I started really doing a deep dive into what was really going on. Why was I feeling this anger? Why was it continuing to come up in my life? And really understanding that, you know what? I'm not the same person I was before. I'm not even close to that same person. I am much stronger than that little girl in the past that didn't have a voice, that didn't have a place, that wasn't able to stand up for herself. So now in this place of anger, what a gift that I get to have to be able to take an action that younger me didn't get to do before. So I encourage you, if you feel like you're doing all the work and you're trudging along this healing journey and it doesn't seem to be getting better, know that it is actually getting better, and allow yourself to go deeper every time to find those new understandings so that you can tap into that new resilience and be that stronger version of yourself every time you move forward. So I'm going to leave you with this pro tip, because I know that a lot of you watching this are probably saying, oh, Shannon, that sounds so great, but I still don't feel good about myself. I'm still feeling this bad thing about me because I can't move past it. And so what I really want you to know is that it does not mean anything about you. All of this stuff that's coming up for you is actually a gift that's helping you to be that better version of yourself. Your inner being knows that you want to do better, feel better, be better. And so this stuff that's coming up for you is actually a gift to help you get there. So you are not your thoughts. You are not these emotions that keep coming up. You are amazing in and of yourself. So my number one thing I want you to know is that you are not these feelings. These feelings are just something that's coming up for you to dig through, to work through, and they're actually a gift. And if you want to challenge me on that, go ahead and leave me a comment in the description below. So I gave you my pro tip, but I actually want to know what your pro tip is. If you have worked through something that you struggled with time and time again, and then you finally had that breakthrough where you were able to get over it, move past it, heal it, I want to know what your pro tip is. So let's keep this conversation going. Leave me a comment below and let me know what your magic cure is. If you like this video, check out Ask an Advocate. What is EFT tapping?